All right, hello and good morning. Let's take a look at today's bell work. We're going to finish that worksheet. First of all, you need to know that your quadratic test is loaded on Canvas and Sunday is the deadline. If you fail to take it by Sunday, I'm sorry, I can't give you any other opportunities because the marking period is officially over. Look here. Take 2 and 7. Take the biggest number. Does 2 go into 7? No. Double it. Does 2 go into 14? Yes. That's your least common denominator. Now you want to multiply 2 times 7 to get 14. So you got to do the top number. This one you're going to do 7 times 2 is going to give you 14. So you're going to get 21. You're going to add these up, and whatever you get is 47 over 14. And you can try to reduce it. You could change it to a mixed number if you like. All right, let's move on. This one right here, there's a lot of ways to subtract it. The first way I do, and this is the way I do it, I first have to find the least common denominator, and that's 15. So I'm going to take this times 3, this times 5. So I get 5 and 6 over 15 minus 5 and 10 over 15. Now, the way I do it is I borrow 1 from here and make it 4, and I add 15 over 15, which is the one I borrowed. So 15 and 6, so I get 21 over 15. This is really the best way to do it. And this should be a 15 right here. Now you can go ahead and subtract. Let me think about this a second. Hang on. Okay, let me try something a little different here. So let me not borrow. Let me say 5 and 6 over 15 minus 5 and 10 over 15. All right, well here, this is bigger. This is your bigger number. So this is a positive, but you have more minuses. So it's going to be a negative 10 minus 6 is 4 over 15. That should be your answer. Okay? So you got to go from the bigger number. That one was a little tricky. All right, today you're going to finish your worksheet from yesterday. And they should be in that folder up there if you need another one. Make sure you check your answers. So today is even on the worksheet. All right, let's move on to geometry. All right, let's talk about this one. This one is find surface area and volume. Volume's the easiest, so I'm going to do that first. So length times width times height. So the volume, that's going to be 8 times 8 is 64 cubic inches. Surface area, I'm going to take all three numbers and I'm going to use those 2 times 2. So 2 times 4 times 2, because you got the front and the back. 4 times 8 times 2. And then finally 2 times 8 times 2. And that's going to give you your whole surface area. So let's just do this one. It doesn't look too hard. This right here is 8 times 2 is 16. 4 times 8 is 32 times 2 is 64. 2 times 8, 16 times 2 is 32. Add that up, and whatever you get is your answer. So I don't really know. So I'm going to add 16 here, get a 0, and that gives me 6, 7, 80 plus that. It looks like 112. And this is area. It's the surface area, so that's square inches. Now, it says an open box. If it's an open box, the top is missing. So the top was 2 times 4 was the bottom. So 2 times 4 is this one. So what you want to do for the open box is don't multiply by 2, just leave it as 1, only the bottom. So 2 times 4 is 8. So the only difference between the open box is you'd have to subtract 8 out of this. And if you do that, that gives you 6. I think that gives you 94. So for the open box, it should be 94. For the closed box, it should be that. Okay? So remember, if it's open, it does not have a lid on it, so you don't multiply the bottom by 2. All right, make sure you understand that. Last one, this is called an oblique because it's slanted, but it still works the same way. So it's volume equals big B times h. The base is pi, radius squared. Some of you don't know what the radius and diameter is, and that's why you're missing these. The height is 10, so it's pi times the radius twice. The radius is 4 times 4, and then times 10. Use your calculator on that, and you'll get your answer, and that gives you volume. Okay? Surface area is 2 circles, so one circle is pi radius squared, but you have 2 circles here, so it should be times 2, plus the next thing is you have the rectangle. The rectangle is the height times circumference. The height is 10 and circumference is pi times diameter. The diameter is 4 plus 4, not 16, but 4 plus 4 is 8. Now if you work this out, you will get surface area. And today, you're going to finish your worksheet from yesterday. And if you were absent, here it is. So you're going to do the evens. All right. Do not pack up early on me. If I hear zippers, you will be coming after school for 1 minute. Do not put your books away until the bell rings. All right. Have a good morning.